There is one EIP coming up that caught my eye. And if you have ever hit stack too deep errors in Solidity, this one is going to change a lot for you. EIP 8024 finally kills the 16-slot limit Solidity has been working around since 2015. There are two structural changes shipping alongside it: enshrined proposer-builder separation and block-level access lists, and a handful of smaller EIPs worth knowing about. Hi, welcome to Amy's Releases, a channel where we show recent framework releases with hands-on examples in short videos. EIP 7732, Enshrined Proposer-Builder Separation. Here is what bothers me about how block building works today. It runs through MEV boost relays, off-protocol software that proposers and builders have to trust. Enshrined proposer-builder separation moves that whole relationship into Ethereum itself. The consensus proposer picks a builder, the builder constructs the execution payload and reveals it, and a payload timeliness committee attests that everything arrived on time. No relay, no trust assumption. The practical win: the broadcast window expands from about 2 seconds to about 9. Bigger payloads, more blobs, near 100% slot utilization. For consensus client teams, this is major work. New fork choice rules, new gossip paths, the PTC mechanism itself. For everyone else, Ethereum scales without trusting a middleware layer. EIP 7928, block-level access lists. This is the one I had to read twice to understand. Every Ethereum transaction today runs one at a time, in strict order, each paying its own full-state access cost. Two transactions touching the same storage slot both pay the cold penalty, even though they are reading the exact same data. Block-level access lists change the model. Each block carries an upfront map of every account and storage slot it will touch. Transactions that do not overlap can run in parallel for the first time. Transactions that do overlap share the access cost. And the unlock? Executionless sync. A node applies the state diffs directly, without replaying every transaction. Paired with EIP 8159 for peer-to-peer exchange of these access lists. For DeFi protocols where multiple users touch the same pool, gas costs drop. For execution client teams, real implementation work. For everyone else, complex applications get cheaper and more predictable. EIP 8024 is the one I'm most excited about. If you have ever hit stack too deep in Solidity, and if you write Solidity, you have, this one is for you. 16 stack slots, the compiler gives up, and you extract helpers or wrap structs just to placate it. None of that is about your logic. EIP 8024 introduces swap n, dupe n, and exchange opcode. 3 new opcodes that let the compiler reach deeper into the stack. Exchange opcode alone replaces 3 instructions with 1. Solidity stops spilling. Not a headliner, a paper cut removal for EVM developers. While we are here, 2 more worth knowing about. EIP 7997 gives us a deterministic create-to factory at the same address on every EVM chain. Deploy once, same address everywhere. And EIP 7954 bumps max contract size from 24 to 32 kilobytes. More room before you split logic across contracts. The remaining 21 EIPs fall into 3 buckets. Gas and state management. EIP 2780 cuts ETH transfer costs by up to 71%, while EIP 8037 and 8038 reprice state creation and state access to reflect what those operations actually cost. Networking. EIP 7975 adds partial block receipt lists so sync does not break as the gas limit rises. And EIP 8070 cuts blob pool bandwidth by about 75%. Staking. EIP 8061 triples the exit and consolidation churn, and EIP 8080 lets regular validators use the consolidation queue, not just the large operators. None of these are headliners. Together, they tighten the economics and keep the network healthy as it scales. This upgrade ships two structural changes. Enshrined proposer-builder separation moves the builder-proposer relationship into the protocol. No more trusting relays. Block-level access lists enable parallel execution for the first time and enable executionless sync. For developers, EIP 8024 finally kills stack too deep. The deterministic factory simplifies multi-chain deployment, and contract size gets a modest bump. The full list is on the forecast page. Check it if you want to track which of the 21 considered EIPs make the final cut. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one.